Good morning. My name is Sam, and I will be presenting what I've been working on for the entire semester. Evgeny Kissin came up as the recommended and my chosen choice, for he plays a variety of music such as classical and romantic. Um, he also has several of his own compositions, which I would use for my um, design and concept composition, and I took in the repeated phrasings, uh, in which you can see here highlighted in orange. And so I take in the highlighted passages and phrasings to translate it to a medium of a linear element, as the song usually progresses in a linear fashion. And finishing my explanation on the ideation and client, I would explain it in further detail with showing my presentation boards. And it contains now the client and the site plan. The site plan is in a park where it's an island, a patch of land above the bamboo playhouse, which could be accessed by two bridges highlighted in green arrows, and has a view of Pradana Botanical Garden, which appears to be the aesthetic attraction and landmark. And the yellow would be a sun path which follows trail of east and west. The client, Evgeny Kessin, is of 59 years of age, and he has been brought up by a single tutor. He currently has no kids, and therefore we are looking at a house for approximately two people, and perhaps maybe a bed for two more guests, or perhaps kids. Now, back towards the ideation and the space matrix, and also the bubble diagram. Um, we have four design principles that this house follows. Rhythm, which is applied by the highlighted rooms, as you can see. They are in different sizes based on the phrasing that I have explained earlier. The Datum, which is the largest room of all, which also serves as the living and performance room, which contains a grand piano as a special feature. You can see also in the roofing pattern later that it protrudes out and is a reference to one of his most remarkable moments in his life, which was a promenade audience. And the audience knew what they were listening to and was proud of what he performed. So in the following documentary, he states it as one of his most remarkable life moments. And hence, the performance space opening up towards an public viewing, which the audience usually stands around. For the bamboo playhouse, is a very really active and interactive area. So we are looking to create a similar experience to what he has experienced then. Then we have the transformation, which is the expansion of the width of the corridor and the reduction of it from the kitchen towards the practice area, which is up north. Um, this also annotates the musical annotations of getting louder and softer, which is crescendo and decrescendo. And finally, a transformation, which is the corridor itself, which is the hierarchy, which is the corridor which possesses a curved and long shape, appealing as the unique element of the entire household. As you can see in my space matrix, we have all these special features lined about, and all the legends are labeled there. So for the floor plan, the house is scaled to 1 to 75, and therefore the rooms the entire house may appear a little bigger than what the other students propose, for it is single floor, and I've only accounted in the size of the rooms and deducted the corridor as only marking 30% of the house. The corridor also provides as a linear element to the entire building, which serves as a line, a border between private and public interactions of the building. As you can see, the foyer and the performance are on the right side of the building, which appeals to the public and is available for their viewing. And the more private spaces like bathrooms, dining and kitchen, and the bedrooms, which one of them has a bathroom included too, uh, on the left side, which have plenty of vegetation covering the entire vicinity. For my sections and details board, they are pretty self-explanatory, but referring back towards the floor plan, you could see that the X section is actually the vertical, but the YY section was a little diagonal as it is counted as a straight line across the dining and the performance area, as you can see on the bottom left. The details are mostly on the bottom, showing to a scale of 1 to 10 the curtain systems of the walls that are protruding the dining and the performance area. As you can see, all my rooms usually take in a wooden highlight with a steel frame. That is how I would highlight the special features of the phrasing and play out with my own concept. And on the top, you would see the door systems, which possess a different level from the corridor and the bathroom. And you could obviously see how that play out. Now, the elevations mainly and the perspectives later would show how I have designed the roof system to play out. As you can see, the performance room on the south and east elevations, they go from a lower height to a higher. So the acoustics play out in a more high quality range when it is broadcasted towards the more public areas. The rest follow gable roofs, which allows smooth transitioning of the water, of rainwater, and possibly allows smooth transition of everything else too. The edges are trim, and therefore that might be a structural flaw, but I am trimming the edges for more of an aesthetic reason to allow the audience to comprehend the house better and more easily. And as you can also expect, my windows are all pointing north and south to allow comfortable viewings of the daylighting, and less and smaller size windows on the east and west directions to provide less extreme sunlight. These are my exterior renders and my exploder tool to allow easier viewings of the components of my own building and my 3D model, and two interiors providing views of the living room and dining room on the top, and the view of the living room to the kitchen on the bottom. That would be all that I have to offer. Thank you for listening to my video.